Happy New Year's, my fellow Chibits. Today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Code Geass Episode 7. Now, this episode of Code Geass just slaps me in the face really freaking hard when I found out about how Cornelia really is. So, Cornelia, remember how I said, on episode 5? I think it was 5, yeah. Episode 5, I stated she could not think and she was probably going to get killed very soon. Well, I take back what I said. I just got bitch slapped by Cornelia in this episode because Cornelia outsmarted Lelouch. I'm like, yo, whoa. So, I have to give props. Code Geass did something very shocking because my overall first impressions of Cornelia was very negative because she just seems to be all for, we need to capture Zero no matter the cost and stuff like that, and it seemed like she wasn't thinking ahead. She was just going in trying to get revenge for her brother. But after seeing this episode, now I understand. So she outsmarted Lelouch by using the exact same tactic of Clovis did in the first and second episode. That Lelouch, you know, how he won and killed his brother? Well, in this, Cornelia does the exact same thing, but she has, another advantage, a different twist on top of the tactics that Clovis used. So, Cornelia pretty much wins the fight in this episode, and I'm like, whoa, Lelouch really just got outsmarted by her because of the tactics she used, like destroying the nightmares that were coming in, like using the fake signals and having it to where the people are probably going to check their IDs. Well, Cornelia says, oh no, kill them, no, it doesn't matter, since they were just so slow and they didn't leave the center, the little area sooner, just kill them. And the way she killed them, she didn't even ask for their IDs, it completely destroyed Lelouch's plan altogether, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But it's not just that, either. With the episode, we see Lelouch's actual real father, his father, the king of Britannia. We actually got introduced to him in the last episode. I didn't really mention much because I didn't really have an overall first impressions of him. With this, I kind of have a first impressions of him. So, Lelouch's father, he pretty much is pitting his children against each other, all these princes and princesses together, pitting them against each other to fight for the throne, pretty much, as the emperor. And I'm thinking, that's pretty fucked up father to do something like that, but it goes even deeper than that. Pretty much, he does that to show who is the strongest out of all the children, pretty much. Who is the strongest and who is worthy of being the emperor. So technically, Lelouch is kind of doing what his father wants him to do by, destroying his siblings, pretty much, to achieve probably a higher status, probably rebel and become king of the world or something. So, Lelouch technically is doing what his father wanted him to do, or his children to do. So, it's kind of messed up if you think about it like that. But, the father, though, for the most part, a very fucked up father. He's very stern, and it seemed like he couldn't give a rat's ass about Lelouch at all when Lelouch came storming in. It's like, mother died and all that, and he acted like he couldn't give a shit about it. Like he didn't care at all. So I could see why Lelouch now, in the series, wants to kind of get revenge. I mean, we find out Lelouch does have two motives. At first, he wants to get back at his father, to, destroy Britannia. We know that. He also wants to find out who killed his mother and pretty much caused his sister to be in the state she is currently at. So Lelouch technically has two goals that kind of intertwine together and go into one goal. We do know that probably one of his siblings are the ones that caused his mother's death. We know for a fact it was. It was an inside job. And Lelouch at the moment is trying to figure out exactly who did that. Which sibling was the one that caused it to where his mother died, had his sister shot in the legs. We find out in this episode, his sister was actually shot in the fucking legs. And I'm like, whoa, she was shot in the leg. That little girl was shot in the legs. And then, as I predicted, she lost her sight because of trauma of her mother dying. And probably the leg trauma, too. So, she lost her sight because of the mother's death and losing her legs. And she lost her legs because whoever called that terrorist attack on top of Lelouch's mother caused it to where she got her leg shot and she can no longer walk again. So I understand Lelouch's anger now, his rage. It's understandable with this episode, and I'm really wondering exactly what's going to happen. I mean, is every single sibling of Lelouch, all his half-brothers and sisters that is part of Britannia, are they all bad, I wonder? I mean, is there some that have any caring heart, or are they all going to die in the very end? I I really have that question right now. I mean, are they all guilty? Are they all trying to be you know, corrupt where they're killing everybody for the throne? Is all of them doing that? So, we'll have to see. I mean, I wonder if one of these, you know, siblings of Lelouch, that one of his, you know, fellow royal bloodline, might turn over and try to help Lelouch take down Britannia. That'd be pretty interesting if that does happen. So, besides that, also, I think the green hair girl, I think her name is Cece. I think that's what it's called. I probably have her name wrong. I'm sorry if I do. But the green hair girl called Cece, she actually threatens Lelouch in this episode. Like, oh, if you go out there and try to get yourself killed, I can't, you know, have my contract fulfilled. So she points a gun at Lelouch and says, you better stay here. And he's like, oh, what? I can't still fulfill your contract if you kill me. She's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll just shoot your leg. So she's not really necessarily trying to kill Lelouch, but she's making sure he can fulfill his contract he made with her. But then Lelouch threatens her and says, like, well, you need me, don't you? And he points a gun to his head about to shoot himself. So that's a very interesting bond between them, or a relationship between her and Lelouch. I wonder exactly how that will play out through the course of this series. So, I think that's pretty much it of this episode. I mean, it was a damn good episode. I have no complaints, really. It was a lot better than the last episode with the cat thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this cat? But it was damn good. So, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Cornelia? Do you think I deserve that bitch slap after calling her kind of stupid? Let me know. I love y'all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe, and Chibi out.